is a narration by Tales of Terra.
They are killing you, gladiator. And you ask why I'm taking you back to New Syria? Is it not obvious? Angron backed away, his eyes hot where his brothers were cold.
They cannot be removed, and I would fight anyone who tried. If they are killing me, it's a slow enough death that I feel neither fear nor regret.
I will save you, Angron. Fight me, hate me, or trust me, it matters not. I will drag you into the immortality you deserve.
They cannot be removed.
Angron reached for his chainswords, stopping just short of pulling them. He ached to master his emotions, as if here and now succumbing to rage would somehow prove Lorgar right. I will not remove them. Lorgar stepped closer to his brother, his hands outstretched in placation. But the overlords that hammered them into your skull will know more of their function. I will learn all of their insidious designs, and then I will burn their loathsome world until its surface is naught but glass. And you will stand with me, taking the vengeance you pretend you no longer desire. If there is a way to save you, somehow, some way, I will do it. This I swear. Angron swallowed. Not nervous, for he knew nothing of that particular stripe of unease, but something in Lorgar's intense spit-wet whispers had the world-eater grinding his teeth yet again.
If what you say is true, why save me?
Disappointment was clearly etched across Lorgar's calm features. Why is that a question every one of our bloodline must ask in a disbelieving snarl? He sighed. You are my brother. I would spare you any pain I can, and protect you from harm if I'm able. Angron said nothing for several heavy, heavy beats of his ursine heart.
Blood is not always thicker than water, Lorgar. There are many souls I honor above my own brothers.
He started pacing, a caged animal frustrated by the very fact his brother sought to show regard. The unfamiliarity of the moment was venomous.
You are weak,
Angron said at last. The golden primarch's eyes unfocused, but he showed no offense beyond his faint distraction. I am weak? He asked softly. Did I hear you correctly?
You heard me,
replied Angron.
Let history mark my words well, for I care nothing about who sits proud on the throne of Terra when the last day dawns. Horus is a fine commander, but that's the limit of my admiration for that arrogant, preening bastard. I joined his rebellion because I can tolerate him easier than I can endure the abomination that names himself Master of Mankind. You want the truth of my life and death? I am Angron, the Eater of Worlds, and I am already dead. I died over 100 years ago in the mountains north of the city that enslaved me. I died after Deshea.
Lorgar clasped his hands together, and the smile that curved his lips held nothing but amused understanding. I am weak, Lorgar said again. Me. Am I the only Primarch never to conquer his homeworld, or is that the great and powerful Angron? Am I the first primarch to feel the breath of the wolves on his throat, or was it Angron and his mighty sons who suffered on the night of the wolf, beaten bloody by Russ in the rain? Angron roared as he came forwards, though he drew no blade and aimed no blow.
I had him! I had Russ at my mercy! You dare say otherwise when he was the one sent fleeing back to his gunship?
Lorgar wasn't cowed. Was that how it happened, brother? Truly?
Yes.
Angron checked his advance, suddenly on edge.
We fought. Our legions fought. The wolves fell back. We chased them.
If you speak the truth, Lorgar watched him carefully. Then, tell me. He almost asked to see, to touch minds and perceive the memory through Angron's sensory recollections, but hesitated at the last moment. Despite their inanimate lifelessness, the nails felt any sixth sense intrusions and tended to bite back. Lorgar had probed and scryed enough to know the truth of that. Better to hear the tale in his brother's words than to agitate Angron further.
You're wrong.
Angron spoke in a hoarse snarl, husky not from anger, but from the weight of emotion.
You're wrong. It wasn't in the rain. It was at sunset, on a day already darkened by the burning city behind us. My blade broke, but it didn't matter. I pulled his chainsaw from his fists and broke it in my hands. We fell into the mud, brawling. We'd both known that fight would end up on the ground. I had him, Lorgar. My boots on his throat at the very end. I stood above him at last, and Russ